Hey guys, it's Mary here. A lot of people have been asking me, why do I play video games at my age, at 58? Um, for one thing, I'm 58 years old and I can do what I want. Um, I enjoy it because it relieves my stress. Um, I don't know, it unwinds me, you know, or it wakes me up. Uh, when you get disabled, um, it's even more therapeutic as you get disabled or older. But a lot of people don't know that because they've never tried it. Uh, but I have been gaming. A lot of people have asked me, how long have you been gaming? I've been gaming since they came out with Atari. Um, Atari, Nintendo, you name it, PlayStation, all of them. I've had every one of them. You name it. I've had them all. My PC. So I've been playing for many, many, many years, and my favorite games are the Quest games, the RPG, but without the PvP. PvP, people versus people. I don't like to kill people even on games. Um, I'm not a violent person, toward other people. Although I think of a few people when I'm killing monsters, but that's how it is. Um, and a lot of people are like, will you ever grow up? Uh, do you have to grow up? Uh, I don't think you have to grow up when it comes to PC games. Um, it's mind over matter when it comes to your age. You know, um, I like to have a little excitement in my life. And being that I can't drive anymore to go get the excitement, I bring it, either on my YouTubes where I visit my streams. Like today, I visited Cryptic Angel stream today. Wendy Pop was in there. A bunch of people, Flower, Goddess, and um, Sonic, Die Hard, which is the governor. Uh, a bunch of us like to do gaming. So there's nothing wrong with it. It don't matter how old you get. You want to do gaming, do gaming. Be proud of it. I'm going to put it on my stream. I don't care anymore. Um, some people are like, well, you started out as a food stream. Well, yeah, I did, but I now live in a camper, guys. Um, I really don't have a lot of room to be cooking elaborate meals. It's only me and Mandy, and I enjoy the meals that I cook. I'm sorry, my nephew is mowing the lawn outside. I'm at my sister's actually making this video right now because I'm sitting with her. She's sleeping, but I'm sitting in the other room and I got to do something. Uh, but yeah, people have been asking me at 58 years old, why why do you do gaming? I mean, I love it. I just absolutely love it. So don't stereotype people because of their age. You know, don't make fun of people because of their age, because one day you're going to be there. And are you going to want to quit? Think about that. When you young people that are making fun of people my age, think about this. When you get old, are you going to just, decide you can't play video games anymore because you're too old? Of course not. If you have a love or a passion for something, you're not going to give it up. You know, you're going to play it. You don't care what anybody thinks about it. It doesn't mean that you're a devil worshiper or anything like that. You know, it doesn't mean anything like that. It just means that it's your escape from reality for just a little bit, you know? And maybe your reality is a better escape than being in your reality. I don't know. Um, at times it is for me, though I'm at peace here right now, but I'm a little stressed, A few of you know that, I'm in stress right now because of my all of a sudden my electric bill going way up to 150, which I don't see, but they say it is. What am I going to say? Um, I hardly ever run anything. It don't make sense. Okay, I got off the subject. I'm sorry. But anyway, gaming is not age limited, guys. Okay, but I can assure you that I play in the usually in the games where the adults play, like Bless Unleashed, like many of you know, um, EverQuest. Um, when it first came out, I was like one of the number one beta people. Um, Second Life. Second Life is a virtual reality game, though I don't do some of the distasteful things in the game. If y'all don't know what Second Life is, it's like having a second life, um, where you can have babies and do the naughty in there and all kind of stuff. So I don't do that. Not gonna lie, when I first began, I did, but it's just gotten old. It's gotten really old. But I like to go in there and maybe sit back and you know play music, dance. I like to dance in it. I know you're not actual dancing, but I couldn't do it in real life, but I can do it in the game. My hip won't allow me to do it in real life. It opens a whole new window for people my age, if that makes sense. It really opens that window up. Um, so don't make fun of people because they're older and they're doing things that they shouldn't be doing for their age. That's that's bullcrap. I can understand if I was a little kid in games like Second Life shouldn't be in there. But don't tell somebody my age that we can't go in some place because it just don't feel right because you might be playing with an old person or maybe having a relationship with an old person on there. It's a game. It's not reality. It's a game. Although I would never play with a child in a game like Second Life. Okay, I try to make sure you could tell by the maturity of people how old they are. If they seem immature to me, I won't have nothing to do with them in games like Second Life. You can kind of tell their age. Um, God forbid I ever had a kid, in a relationship on there. That would kill my heart. Um, Adults don't belong with children. They don't belong watching children. They don't, sexually watching children. They don't belong. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. When I see that in a person that they're into sexing with a child or looking at children, in their undies or what I mean. I want nothing to do with people like that. I don't care what their mental mentality is or anything. Okay, I was a victim when I was younger. I'm not going to go into details, but because of that, I cannot accept people like that in my life. No matter if they're getting help or not, I can't accept it. But, you know, I'm all for them getting help, but I could never. I know I'm turning this into something else. I'm sorry. I'll get back at the gaming, but something just recently happened, and I'm not going to say people's names. But once you've been a victim and you see stuff and you see proof of it, you you tend to put your safety um, shield up, and you put the safety shield around all your friends, especially your friends with the special needs and stuff. You want to protect them because you know what you went through, you know, but it's just wrong. But back to gaming. I'll always be a gamer. Y'all can make fun of me if you don't like it. Um, that's me. Always be a gamer. If you have not subscribed to my channel and you like some gaming or just chatting with people, because a lot of people come in my channel just to chat and be family together and and just goof off and have fun. No fighting in my channel whatsoever. I won't tolerate it. I won't tolerate any name calling or anything like that. We tease each other in the channel. We are an adult channel. We are not a children's channel. This is not a children's channel to come watch gaming, because the stuff that's talked about, I'm telling you, parents out there, the stuff that's talked about in my channel or any adult channels that are marked as adult, children do not belong in it. They don't belong in the earshot or to be able to read it, because it can get darn well nasty at times, and that's because we're adults. We're just letting off steam. Some of my Christian people, I'm sure that it disturbs them a little bit what we talk about, but they know that dang well that I'm supporting them, and I love them very much, and I believe in God. Number one, I believe in God. I don't think it says anything in the Bible about, the stuff we talk about. I mean, we're just being stupid and funny at times and having fun and roasting each other, but we're not getting in such detail that we're turning. I'm trying not to let people get that. I know it's not my job to tell people not to get that way, but in my channel, I don't want people to feel uncomfortable. You shouldn't, joke so much that people are uncomfortable. Um, but have fun. It's a gaming channel. Have fun. If you're a Christian, if we start getting like that, I can understand. If you go to another channel, but stay connected. Come in once in a while. At least spend 5 minutes and click my like button. You don't have to share me out in your Christian channel, because I know that that's not what you're about, and I understand that. I really do. But I will always support everybody's channel. I am a Christian. I am a lady. I might not talk about all ladyish things, but I am very much a lady. If I go on a date, I demand respect from a man, I'm assured that the man should assume to have respect for me too. Uh, I am very proper in person. Uh, I'm not going to sit there in person and talk to somebody, raunchy and just not like that. I don't want to. I feel like if you tend to talk to people nasty, you're going to end up making them uncomfortable eventually. Okay. You got to respect people if you want respect. So if they say, "Hey, I'm not really into that," don't go to that person and talk to them that way. You know, if you're giving it back to them, well, that's your part. You know what I mean? But yep. Anyway, I'm going all over the place. Anyway, I am into gaming because it makes me relax. Even when I'm fighting really big monsters and bosses that are about to kick my butt, kick my ass, um, it still relaxes me when I get the end result of um, winning. I know it sounds goofy and all, but it's the way it is. Um, I'm one of those people, like I was saying in Cryptic Streams, when I was younger, a young mom. I actually didn't start playing video games till I was a young mom. I think my oldest child was, at the time, was 12. So I guess I was like 20, I don't know, 25 and up, something in that field, before I started playing them. But I've been hooked ever since. First game I ever played was on Atari, and I think it was Zelda, The Legend of Zelda. I think that was on Atari, or was it on Nintendo? I think it was on Nintendo, that one. Okay, first game that I played was probably Asteroids and Pac Man. And Mario Brothers. I think that was Nintendo. What was Atari? Let me see. I gotta look it up. Let's see. Uh, Atari. I'll tell you what my first game is for sure. Atari games. Okay. Flashback with my Atari. I'll tell you exactly what the game was if it gets there. Asteroids. I'm right. Oh, Breakout. Yes, Breakout. You know the blocks? It's kind of like the paddle game. Yes. Yes, that's what it was. I used to play that a lot. Um, I used to play Asteroids and Centipede. I used to play Pong. Um, I used to play the Snake and the crossword game. Yep. There's so many more, but that's how I started. But the first game I ever played, I think it was the paddle game on Atari, and that was the first game I played. Um, I was actually a kid when I played that, the paddle game, and I used to play it because we didn't own one when I was a kid. My mother never bought us stuff like that. She made us stay physical busy. Um, but I used to play at the stores I'm trying to remember the name of the store that I went to. It's no longer in business. No, it is in business. Zanes. I used to play, you know, like the like when you go to a game place, they have the big machines. I used to play on those, and I think ping pong was the first one I played, and then I got into asteroids, and then I got into where the flies fly down and stuff. I can't remember the name of that. Um, and you have to get them before they get all the way through, or you lose points. Uh, oh my gosh, there's so many. But then when went to Nintendo, I think I started playing Pac Man. I started playing Donkey Kong. Um, I started playing this vampire game. It was like that's when I started getting into storyline games called Dracula, something Dracula. Um, and then there was another Dracula game, Count Drac. It's kind of like Pac Man in a way. And then I got into Sonic the Hedgehog. Um, I loved Sonic the Hedgehog. Now I got a friend, Sonic, online. That's kind of funny. Uh, but gosh, I've been playing games. But what really opened my world up to gaming was when they started doing the PC games like EverQuest, um, Second Life. Uh, I've been a member of Second Life since beta days. There was other virtual reality worlds that I belonged to. Um, also, uh, oh Lord, but there's so many games that's open now. And then when I got the PlayStation 4, oh my goodness, you know, I'm a happy camper. Maybe one day I'll be able to play, get the PlayStation 5 before I die, Um, but yeah, I'm a gamer at heart. I've always been a gamer. I didn't show it in my channel in the beginning. I told people I was a gamer and nobody believed me, but I think they believe me now. Um, I was always so afraid of what people would say about me because I was a gamer, and I don't care anymore. Life's too precious to care what other people think. And if they're going to look down at me because I'm gaming, I mean, people take it to heart these days, you know. Um, if you're going to down somebody because they play a game or say something nasty, you know, between friends, if you're going to stereotype somebody that way, then you know you don't belong in my channel. So, um, because I still support you with your Christianity. I've heard a few people, but it's okay. I don't take it to heart. I don't take it to heart. Um, as God says, don't cast judgment on each other. I can't cast judgment on anyone. I can't tell you who's going to hell and who's not going to hell in a handbasket. You know, um, if you're if you don't believe in God, you're an atheist. As long as you're a good person, I'm sure you know you'll end up in a good place. You know, maybe you don't believe that there's a place to go to, um, but as some of you know, that my story about when I died when I was a young girl, I died twice, and each time I saw the same vision. So I got to believe that it's real. Um, I saw the hand of God, uh, and each time He pushed me back to earth. You know, pushed me back here. Said it's not time yet. Go do good things. You know, that's what I feel like he was saying. You don't hear him actually, but that's how I was feeling. He was what I was feeling. He was saying in my head. You know, in my heart, he was telling me go do good things. Go love people. Go be you. Go. You know, just make people laugh. You know, make people laugh. And that's kind of what I want to do. I want to make people laugh and feel good. And when they're down, I want to be there as a soundboard. But don't bite the hand that's there for you because I've been a soundboard to a few people and they ended up attacking me. And being a soundboard doesn't mean that they're open to being attacked. I'm not open to being attacked. I'm open for you to lay your head on my shoulder and say, hey, this is going on, and I really need a friend to talk to. You know, I'm that type of friend, but I'm not that type of friend that wants to, you know, have everything taken out on them. Those are the type people I will time out or block for a little bit, and wait till they cool down, and then I'll let them back into my life. But I'm a very forgiving person, but I'm not very forgiving when it comes to people that threaten my life. Um, that's dox me. That's it's just hard for me to forgive that because the doxing attacked my children, and I hope y'all can understand that. Um, but I won't mention their names. Um, but I'll still pray for them and their family and stuff like that. But you forgive, but you don't forget. If that makes sense. Anyway, guys, I keep going off and on. When this was about gaming, but I think I was a child when I first started it. I forgot all about those days. Um, my mother would go shopping and she would give me a bunch of quarters. Back then, you were safe to be standing because the games used to be, you know, when you first come in the foyer part where the shopping carts are and stuff like that. They still are to this day. There's always some games in there, but she would leave me there with a. Back then, it was dimes. I think it was a dime or a nickel, and I'd sit there and play the games while she'd shop, and you know, she knew where I was at all times. Um, or when I ran out of dimes and nickels, I'd run back in the store, Mama, Mama, I need dimes and nickels, you know, and I'd go back out and play some more. That's the only time I could play it when I was a kid. Um, I don't know. what it's like for a lot of you people that's around my age, what you did when you were a child. But back then, I could ride my bike 3 miles away and be safe. I mean, we still had to be careful. Our parents actually back then they cared enough to sit us down and say, "Listen, no matter if you're tired from walking or riding your bike, and if a stranger pulls over and says you want to ride home, don't do it." My parents drilled that in my head so hard that it happened to me a few times as a child, and I would just ride away or run away or walk fast away. I'd walk into the nearest store and I'd say to the clerk, because that's what my mother always told me to do, say to the clerk or the manager in the place, hey, this old man or this old person or young person is trying to get me in their car. And today you guys need to do that more with your children. You know, if they're outside walking, if you let them walk through your town, even if you live in a really good town, you need to tell them if you're by a store, walk in the store or a police station, whatever you're near, and have your children either talk to the clerk or the manager of the store and call the police and say, hey, this person's trying to get me in the car. Um, a lot of parents don't take the time to teach their children that, unfortunately, you know. And unfortunately, sometimes telling your children doesn't keep them safe anymore these days. Hell, these days, your children could get shot walking down the street. And it's really scary for parents. Now they're wanting to keep their kids inside and keep them on video games. And your children are still subject on the video games today. You got to keep some kind of monitoring system. If you can't be right there at all times, you got to keep some kind of monitoring system to where you can look on your phone and see what they're doing. Um, my kids weren't allowed to really play games. My oldest daughter, she used to sneak on my computer. She figured out how to use it. She used to sneak on my computer. And my child ran away because she was promised this life of love and everything else when she was 15. And she'll tell you, my child will tell you, I didn't have a lot of money back then, even though I owned the bagel shops and stuff. We weren't making money yet. I had to borrow money from my fiance's sister. I flew a plane and I met up with her in Houston at the bus station um, to where she was supposed to do a changeover. I figured out what bus and all that, and I got there and I intervened before she could get to her destination. And then I made her pay my fiance at the time's sister back, and I made her pay for our tickets to go back home. That way I knew, I drained her account to where she couldn't run away again. Um, but I kept a real close eye on her after that. Uh, only because I love her. And yes, eventually she did go to that person. Um, when she turned 18, I couldn't stop her, but I made him come and visit us first and get to know him first. It's I had to do it right. I made her do it right. But you have to watch your children today, guys, on their gaming system. You have to watch them. Children get attacked every day and cyberbullied, and it's horrible what our kids go through. Um, they're not safe no matter where they are. You have to supervise them. Do like Lisa does. Take your children to a park and be there with them and watch them. Lisa and her husband. Um, be involved. So many parents aren't involved in their children's life anymore. It's sad. Be involved. Um, my mother used to come with me to my ballet classes, and tap classes, uh, acrobatic classes, stuff like that. She kept me very busy, or my music class. My mother was very involved in the PTA and everything else, you know. I know a lot of people want to party even when they're parents, you know. I can understand partying, but there's a time and a place for it when their kids are in bed, you know. People are bringing strangers into your home. The way it is right now, all these pedophiles and all that out there, not safe. They're bringing strangers into their life, having relationships with people they really don't know, and I know I'm really going off, but I don't know why this is in my head right now. But children don't have a parent anymore. I'm not saying all of you. Don't get me wrong, but if you're one of those that lets the computer babysit your child instead of you maintaining and supervising, um, you're opening a window and a door for these perverts. And as a parent, it's up to us to really, really, really watch our children, especially on gaming. I watched a child the other day being um, talked to sexually, and the child was saying, "I'm 10 years old. Leave me alone," you know, and the guy kept on talking about it. And I spoke up and I said, "Listen, you know, that's a little kid, and you're an adult, um, and I'm reporting you." And I did. I reported the person, and I guess that like within an hour, that person was gone. I haven't seen that person since. So hopefully, I got them banned from the game. That was Bless Unleashed. Uh, and, Fortnite's. Oh, Fortnite's. I've heard stories about that. So if you see a child being abused as an adult, you need to report those people. Um, but yeah, but I like gaming. Uh, be responsible when you're gaming. That's all. Anyway, I'm blah 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 blahing, and I'm sure a lot of you are laughing. And like, what is she talking about now? What is she talking about now? She's a crazy one. Yep, I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I don't care. Um, but God bless you all, whether you believe in them or not. Just do good things. That's all. You should just keep the positivity in your heart. Get rid of the negative people. If you're a streamer, the only way we're going to fight these trolls if we band together and not react to them. Um, if they start trolling your channel, don't react. Just block them, forget them. Don't react to them. Because if you react to them, then you have a problem. Today in Cryptic Stream, I found out that somebody that's been in my stream for a long time has been a troll and we didn't know it. Because I don't know if a lot of y'all don't know this now. StreamYard, uh, Realstream, Streamlabs, and YouTube are all working together, and now they're doing an IP thing. And we found out who this person was. If you host a panel, you can, before you let these people up, you can click on the three dots and it will tell you who they are, if they're authentic or if they're not. Never bring the ones that aren't authentic up. Um, but if they're using like a troll name, you'll know who that troll is now. I have him blocked in my channel now. He was a mod in my channel, and I had a rogue mod, and I'm thinking that's who it was. So, yeah, it's not going to happen no more. YouTube is trying to shut the doors for these trolls, and they're removing them one by one. I mean, it's something else when you're in a channel. Try it, guys. Whenever you have panels, click on the three dots, and it will tell you who that person really is. It will tell you if their channel is authentic or not. Okay, so we're putting them out of business for good. Um, but peace out, guys. I love you. I'm sorry that this was 35 minutes long or whatever it is. It's going to be 36. But please subscribe. Please like and please share me out. Um, come by when you can. At least spend 5 minutes in somebody's stream and click the like. Don't forget to click the like. I know a lot of you love me and you forget to click the like. When you first come into anybody's channel like I do, I click the like. And I try to share them out. If you don't have, community page, you can always share them out on your Twitter or your Facebook or, Instagram, whatever. You could share them out wherever you want. But try to be a supporter. I don't always remember to share people out, but I try to. I try to remember. It just depends on what type of stream it is. But yeah, I try to remember. And you got to remind, if you're the host, you got to remind people, hey, would you share me out, please? Would you click that like, please? Because, guys, that's, we need that. We need that like. We need that share out. That's considered, sharing is caring. You're supporting your channels that you love. That's really important. Let's stop talking about people in our channels because we're giving them content. We're giving them we're giving them a reason to talk about us. So try not to bring up names if possible. Unless you're trying to warn people about somebody that you thought was a good person, like today in Cryptic's channel. If you want to go see it, you'll see who was the troll in his channel. It shocked me because I thought this person was a kind person. But such is life. And they could say that it wasn't them, but now there's a way to figure out who it is. So I'll talk to y'all later. Don't forget to click the like. Love you all. Oh, and don't forget to ring that bell so you get all my notifications when I come on. If you missed my stream, do me a favor, at least watch 5 minutes. I give that to everybody. At least watch 5 minutes so they get to view. Watch a couple of their commercials if they're monetized, because that's how they get paid. Make sure you watch them all the way through. I know some of them are long. But, if you really want to skip the commercial, here's something to do, guys. If you really don't like the commercials, open up 2 windows of that channel. Mute one. That way, they're still getting the commercial pay. You can let the commercial play on one, but you can skip the commercial on the one that you're listening to. Does that make sense, guys? That way you can support your YouTuber. Let it play on mute on one of them. If you have devices that you can do that with, but you could skip it on the other one. That way they're getting the pay. I'm not just here to get paid, but I need the pay. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have not been paid in 3 months, and YouTube has made it to where I'm not getting paid again. They got it right at the freaking line of being paid. They did it to me again. They got it right at the line, and they keep deducting, and I keep complaining. And you know what? Us YouTubers are going to get pissed and change platforms if they keep doing it. Um, I could use that money right now to pay my nephew the electric bill. He said that owe him 150. I don't know how, because I'm telling you guys, I only run a couple devices at a time, and I unplug them when I'm not running them. I don't use, living in the camper, we got those tiny lights that don't use a lot of power. Um, I only keep one on at a time. I don't keep more than that, and I only keep it on for a couple minutes just to get what I need in front of me and turn it off because I can't see anyway. What's the use? Um, I use an evaporation fan, so it runs my air conditioning a lot less. Uh, and I keep my air conditioning right now at night at 80 degrees, which is hot to me, but it's bearable at night. And during the day, I keep it at 75 to 78. Just depends on, how hot it is. Uh, but I'm really trying my best to keep the bills down as much as possible because I don't have an income, guys. This is the only income I have, and food stamps. I'm not going to lie to you guys. That's all I have. This and my food stamps. So, but I'll never beg. I'll never beg for money on here. That I can promise. YouTube just made it to where if you're monetized, you need to put your membership up. You need to put your super chat up. Um, you need to put your super thanks up. They just made it to where monetized channels have to do that. So don't look at it like, oh, they're doing that just to get paid. Well, yeah, we are kind of doing that to get paid. Um, but don't look at a YouTuber like we're trying to take your money. We're not trying to take your money. If you really want to support a channel, watch the commercials. Figure out a way to watch the commercials, but enjoy the channels, like I said, in two windows. There's one way or another to do it. Um, but yeah. But that's all I got to say. I love you all. God bless. Stay true to yourself. Stay kind. Um, don't be a troll because eventually the karma comes back on you. And sometimes it doesn't hit you, it hits somebody in your family, and the karma comes back to you, and you have all this pain, and you're like, maybe I had that coming to me, you know? So I'll talk to you later. Sorry for talking your ear off. I'm at 43 minutes now. Ah! God bless you. Peace out.